You're at a business event, a coffee shop, or maybe just living your life and you notice her. She's younger, maybe in her late 20s or early 30s, and there's something about the way she looks at you. It's not obvious. It's not desperate. It's subtle, almost imperceptible. But something in your gut tells you this isn't random. Here's the truth most men over 40 miss. Younger women who are genuinely attracted to older men don't advertise it with neon signs. They seduce quietly, strategically, and with a level of sophistication that flies completely under the radar if you don't know what to look for. Today, we're breaking down the 5 hidden signs a younger woman is quietly seducing you. These aren't the Hollywood fantasies or the pickup artist myths. These are research-backed, psychologically grounded signals that separate real attraction from polite conversation. And if you're a man dating after 40, understanding these signs could completely transform how you recognize and respond to genuine interest. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for, why it matters, and how to respond with the kind of confidence that turns subtle signals into real connections. Let's start with the first hidden sign a younger woman is quietly seducing you. She creates reasons to be in your physical space. This isn't about her accidentally bumping into you once. This is a pattern. She shows up where you are, at the gym during your usual time, at the networking event you mentioned, at the coffee shop you frequent. Research from the field of proxemics, the study of personal space, shows that people subconsciously reduce physical distance with those they're attracted to. A study published in the Journal of Nonverbal Behavior found that women, in particular, use spatial positioning as a primary courtship signal. When a younger woman consistently finds ways to be near you, she's not just being friendly. She's creating opportunities for interaction, for connection, for you to notice her. And here's what makes this a hidden sign. She makes it look accidental. She doesn't announce her presence. She doesn't make a scene. She simply positions herself in your orbit and waits for you to engage. Most men dismiss this as coincidence, but coincidence doesn't repeat itself 3, 4, 5 times. That's intentionality. That's quiet seduction. Pay attention to the woman who keeps appearing in your space. Notice if she positions herself where you can see her, where conversation becomes natural, where interaction feels inevitable. She's engineering proximity because proximity creates opportunity. The second hidden sign is even more subtle. She mirrors your energy and communication style. Mirroring is one of the most powerful unconscious attraction behaviors humans engage in. According to research from social psychology, when we're drawn to someone, we naturally begin to match their body language, speech patterns, and even their breathing rhythms. Dr. Tanya Chartrand at Duke University conducted studies showing that mirroring increases rapport and liking between two people. When a younger woman is quietly seducing you, she'll lean when you lean, speak at your pace, adopt your vocabulary, and reflect your emotional tone. If you're calm and measured, she becomes calm and measured. If you're playful, she matches that energy. This isn't manipulation. It's her nervous system syncing with yours because she's genuinely attracted. Most older men miss this sign because it feels natural. It doesn't register as flirtation. But that's exactly why it's so effective. She's creating a subconscious connection that makes you feel understood, comfortable, and magnetically drawn to her presence without you even realizing why. Watch for the woman who adjusts her posture when you adjust yours, who picks up your phrases and uses them back, who seems to breathe at the same rhythm during deep conversation. That synchronization isn't accidental. It's attraction manifesting through the body's natural language. Now, before we continue, I want you to think about the last time you interacted with a younger woman who seemed unusually engaged with you. Did you notice any patterns in how she positioned herself or how she responded to your energy? Did you dismiss it as nothing, or did you sense something deeper was happening? Keep that memory in mind as we move forward, because recognizing these patterns in hindsight helps you spot them in real time moving forward. The third hidden sign a younger woman is quietly seducing you is this. She asks questions that reveal she's been paying attention to details about your life. She doesn't just ask generic, "How was your day?" questions. She remembers the project you mentioned 3 weeks ago and asks how it turned out. She recalls the book you said you were reading and wants to know what you thought of it. She brings up your offhand comment about traveling to Portugal and asks specific follow-up questions. This behavior is rooted in what psychologists call attentive investment. Research from the University of Kansas found that people who are romantically interested invest cognitive resources into remembering and referencing specific details about their target of attraction. When a younger woman demonstrates this level of attentiveness, she's signaling that you occupy mental real estate in her life. She's been thinking about you when you're not around. She's been cataloging the things that matter to you. This is quiet seduction at its finest because it doesn't feel like a pickup line. It feels like genuine care and interest. And that's precisely what makes it so magnetic for men over 40 who are tired of superficial interactions. This kind of attention is rare. Most people are too self-absorbed to remember details from weeks ago. When she does, she's telling you without words that you're important to her, that she values what you say, that she's investing in knowing you deeply. That's not friendship. That's the foundation of romantic interest being carefully, strategically built. Here's the fourth hidden sign, and this one is crucial. She initiates subtle physical contact in socially acceptable ways. She touches your arm when she laughs at something you said. She adjusts your collar or brushes something off your shoulder. She finds reasons to stand close enough that your arms touch. Touch is one of the most primal and powerful forms of human communication. According to research in haptics, the study of touch, even brief, non-sexual physical contact releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone, in both parties. A study from DePaul University found that women use light, casual touch as a primary signal of romantic interest while maintaining plausible deniability. When a younger woman is quietly seducing you, she's using touch to create intimacy without overtly declaring her intentions. She's testing your receptiveness, building chemistry, and establishing a physical connection in increments so small you might not consciously register them. But your body registers them. Your nervous system responds. And that's where the seduction happens, beneath the level of conscious awareness. Most men either completely miss these touches or overthink them and do nothing. The key is recognizing the pattern. One touch might be accidental. Repeated, purposeful, lingering contact is a hidden sign she's seducing you. Notice the woman whose hand finds your forearm during conversation, who leans in close enough that you feel her warmth, who creates physical bridges between your bodies in ways that seem innocent but leave lasting impressions. She's speaking a language older than words, and if you're paying attention, you'll hear exactly what she's saying. Take a second and ask yourself, have I been dismissing signals because I assumed she couldn't possibly be interested in someone my age? Because that assumption might be costing you real opportunities. The limiting belief that younger women aren't attracted to older men is one of the biggest obstacles men over 40 face, and it's categorically false. Now let's talk about the fifth hidden sign: a younger woman is quietly seducing you. She seeks your perspective and positions you as a mentor or guide, but with an undercurrent of personal admiration that goes beyond respect. She asks for your advice on career decisions, life choices, or navigating complex situations. But the way she asks isn't transactional. There's warmth in it. There's a quality of looking up to you that transcends professional courtesy. Her eyes linger when you speak. She leans in. She doesn't just want your answer. She wants your attention, your energy, your approval. Research in evolutionary psychology explains why this happens. Studies show that younger women are often attracted to older men because of the perceived stability, wisdom, and life experience they offer. A cross-cultural study published in Evolution and Human Behavior found that women consistently value maturity and resource stability in potential partners, especially as they seek relationships with long-term potential. When a younger woman positions you as someone whose opinion matters deeply to her, she's not just collecting advice. She's creating emotional intimacy. She's inviting you into her decision-making process. She's showing you that your presence influences how she thinks about her future. This is a hidden sign because it masquerades as mentorship. It feels appropriate, even noble, to offer guidance to someone younger. But beneath that surface is a deeper current of attraction, admiration, and seduction that's quiet but undeniably present. The woman who consistently seeks your wisdom while making intense eye contact, who touches your hand when thanking you for advice, who tells you that talking to you makes everything clearer. She's not looking for a father figure. She's looking at you as a man she's drawn to, and she's using intellectual and emotional connection as the pathway to something more intimate. And here's where understanding these 5 hidden signs becomes critical for men dating after 40. You've lived long enough to know that younger women have options. They're pursued constantly by men of all ages. If she's choosing to invest this kind of subtle, sustained attention in you, it's not random. It's not boredom. It's genuine attraction. But the window for recognizing and responding to quiet seduction is narrow. If you miss the signs, if you assume she's just being polite, if you let self-doubt convince you that she couldn't possibly be interested, you'll watch the opportunity dissolve. She won't keep putting herself out there indefinitely. Quiet seduction requires reciprocation. She needs to feel that you see her, that you're interested, that you're confident enough to engage without being aggressive or desperate. Think about how many times you've walked away from an interaction with a younger woman and only later realized she was flirting with you. How many opportunities have you missed because you didn't trust what was happening in the moment? The 5 hidden signs give you a framework to recognize attraction as it's unfolding, not after it's gone. If you're finding value in this breakdown, if these signs are connecting dots you didn't even know existed, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button right now. This channel is dedicated to giving men over 40 the clarity, the research, and the real-world strategies that actually work in modern dating. We don't deal in fantasies. We deal in truth. So subscribe, turn on notifications, and let's keep building your confidence and understanding together. Because the men who succeed in dating after 40 aren't the ones with the most money or the best looks. They're the ones with the clearest understanding of how attraction actually works. Let's address the elephant in the room. Why would a younger woman be attracted to an older man? Because modern culture loves to tell you it's about money, power, or some kind of transactional arrangement. But the research tells a different story. A longitudinal study from the University of St. Andrews found that women's attraction to older men is often rooted in psychological and emotional factors, particularly the desire for emotional stability, life experience, and a partner who isn't ruled by the insecurities and volatility common in younger men. Younger women who pursue older men aren't looking for father figures or sugar daddies. They're looking for men who have lived enough life to be grounded, who know who they are, who don't need constant validation, and who can offer a level of emotional maturity that their same-age peers simply haven't developed yet. When you understand this, the 5 hidden signs start to make perfect sense. She's not playing games. She's strategically and subtly signaling her interest in a way that protects her from rejection while inviting you to step up. She's giving you opportunities to notice her, to engage with her, to demonstrate that you're the kind of man who can recognize what's being offered and has the confidence to receive it. So what do you do when you recognize these hidden signs? First, you acknowledge them without overreacting. Don't suddenly become a different person. Don't start chasing or performing or trying too hard. The attraction she feels is toward the man you already are, the grounded, experienced, confident version of yourself. When you notice her creating proximity, mirror it calmly. Position yourself near her with the same casual intentionality. When she touches your arm, don't flinch or freeze. Reciprocate with equally subtle, appropriate touch. A hand on her shoulder when you laugh, a light touch on her back when you guide her through a doorway. When she asks detailed questions about your life, engage fully and ask her meaningful questions in return. Show her that you see her as more than a younger woman, that you see her as an individual with depth, intelligence, and value. This is where most men over 40 either succeed or fail. The men who succeed understand that quiet seduction requires quiet confidence. You don't need to announce your interest. You don't need to make grand gestures. You need to demonstrate through your behavior that you're present, engaged, and unafraid of where this connection might lead. You escalate gradually, matching her energy level by level, creating a dance where both of you feel seen, desired, and safe to explore what's building between you. Here's another layer to consider. The 5 hidden signs a younger woman is quietly seducing you aren't just about her behavior. They're also about your readiness to receive them. If you're walking through life convinced that younger women aren't interested in older men, you'll filter out every signal she sends. Psychologists call this confirmation bias, the tendency to see only evidence that supports your existing beliefs. A study from Cornell University found that people in dating contexts frequently miss clear signs of interest because they've already decided those signs couldn't possibly be directed at them. Your job is to remain open, not desperate, not needy, just open. When you carry yourself with the quiet assurance that you have value, that your age is an asset rather than a liability, that your experience and stability are attractive qualities, you start to notice what's actually happening around you. And when you notice, you can respond appropriately. The shift from "she couldn't be interested in me" to "she might be showing me something worth exploring" is transformative. It changes how you interpret interactions, how you present yourself, and ultimately, the results you get in dating. Think about this for a moment. What would change in your dating life if you started trusting that attraction can flow toward you without you having to force it or prove anything? What if you approached every interaction with a younger woman from a place of calm curiosity rather than defensive skepticism? The possibilities expand dramatically when you release the limiting beliefs that have kept you invisible to yourself. Let's talk about what happens when you get this right. When you recognize the hidden signs, a younger woman is quietly seducing you, and you engage with calibrated confidence, you create something rare in modern dating. A connection built on mutual respect, genuine attraction, and emotional maturity. You're not trying to relive your 20s. You're not pretending to be someone you're not. You're simply allowing a natural chemistry to develop between two adults who find value in each other. Research from the Kinsey Institute shows that age gap relationships where both partners enter with clarity and mutual respect have success rates comparable to same-age relationships. The difference isn't the age gap. It's the quality of the connection and the emotional intelligence both people bring to the table. When a younger woman chooses you, and you choose her with eyes wide open, you're both making an informed decision based on compatibility, attraction, and shared values. That's powerful. That's mature. And that's exactly the kind of relationship men over 40 should be pursuing. Relationships where both people are choosing consciously, not settling, not filling voids, but genuinely enhancing each other's lives. Now let's address a critical mistake men make when they finally recognize these hidden signs. They either move too fast or they don't move at all. Both extremes kill the attraction. Moving too fast, immediately asking her out, declaring interest, becoming overly available, signals that you're not used to female attention. It reeks of scarcity. It tells her that you're so shocked by her interest that you're willing to abandon everything else in your life to pursue her. That's not attractive. That's desperate. On the flip side, recognizing the signs, but doing nothing out of fear or uncertainty signals that you lack the confidence to engage. She's doing her part by quietly seducing you. Your part is to acknowledge her signals with reciprocal interest that's calibrated, respectful, and progressively bolder. Start with conversation. Build rapport. Create your own opportunities for proximity. Introduce your own subtle touch. Ask her to coffee or a specific event that aligns with shared interests. The key is matching her energy and gradually escalating without rushing or stalling. This dance requires patience, emotional intelligence, and self-awareness, all qualities you've spent decades developing. Use them. Trust the process. Understand that attraction builds in layers, and each layer needs time to set before you add the next one. Here's the ultimate truth about the 5 hidden signs a younger woman is quietly seducing you. They only matter if you're ready to be the man who can receive and honor that kind of attention. This isn't about tactics. It's about who you are at your core. Are you living a life of purpose? Are you emotionally healthy? Have you done the work to shed the bitterness, the cynicism, the neediness that plagues men who never matured beyond their 20s? Because younger women can sense all of that. They can smell desperation, unresolved trauma, and emotional stagnation from a mile away. But they're also magnetically drawn to men who radiate self-possession, who have something meaningful to offer beyond physical attraction, who treat them as equals rather than trophies or validations of their own worth. When you become that man, the hidden signs stop being hidden. You start to see them everywhere. And more importantly, you start to attract the kind of women, regardless of age, who are looking for exactly what you have to offer. Your wisdom, your stability, your confidence, your ability to be fully present without being controlled by outcome. As you step into your 50s, 60s, and beyond, the game doesn't end. It evolves. You're no longer competing on youth or surface-level metrics. You're competing and winning on depth, stability, and the kind of quiet confidence that only comes from having lived. The 5 hidden signs a younger woman is quietly seducing you are invitations. They're her way of saying, I see something in you that I don't find in men my age. I'm interested. I'm open. I'm willing to explore this if you are. Your job is to see it in yourself first. When you do, when you truly internalize your value, these signs become less about detection and more about confirmation. You already know you're attractive. You already know you have something to offer. The signs are just evidence of what you've already accepted about yourself. And from that place of grounded self-awareness, you can engage with younger women and all women from a position of strength, authenticity, and magnetic presence. So here's my challenge to you. Stop second-guessing. Stop assuming younger women aren't interested. Stop filtering out signals because they don't fit your limiting beliefs about age and attraction. Start paying attention. Start recognizing proximity, mirroring, attentiveness, touch, and admiration for what they are, hidden signs of quiet seduction. And when you see them, have the courage to engage, not with arrogance, not with desperation, but with the calm, grounded confidence of a man who knows his worth and isn't afraid to explore a genuine connection. Test the waters. Reciprocate her signals. Create opportunities for deeper interaction. And watch what happens when you finally trust that you're exactly the kind of man certain women are actively looking for. If this message resonated with you, if you're ready to approach dating with this level of awareness and self-assurance, subscribe to this channel right now. We're building a community of men who refuse to age out of attraction, who understand that their value increases with time, and who are committed to living fully, dating intentionally, and loving without apology. Hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and join us on this journey. Because your most fulfilling relationships aren't in your past. They're waiting for you right now, in the present, in the interactions you're having today. And they start the moment you decide to see yourself the way she already sees you, as a man worth pursuing, worth knowing, and worth the quiet, strategic effort of seduction. Your age isn't a limitation. It's your greatest advantage. Now go out there and use it.